The Penon Fan 3S. Let's talk about it. The Penon Fan 3S is a 2BA, 1 bone conductor, 2 dynamic driver, hybrid IM from Penon. And I'm excited to talk to you about it, but there's also 2 other IMs of Penon on my desk, the Fan 3 and the Fan 2. We'll talk about those a little bit. So it's kind of a 3 and a 1, but spoiler alert, I do feel that the Fan 3S is the best of the bunch, and it's not close. Let's start by looking at the build quality, but before that, huge shout out to Mike, who has sent this out to me. He sent me a few other IEMs in the past. It's really nice to be able to experience other people's collection, and he's just a great dude overall. The 3S has a really nice shell. I don't have any faults with it. Metal nozzle, good shape to it. The faceplate is not too exciting. I think I'd be nice to see Penon maybe do past maybe some different styles of faceplates, but it feels nice in the ear. I don't have any fault with it. Kind of looks like earth. And for an IM that's what, 350, it can be even had sometimes around 210 or so. Not a bad thing at all. The cable is fabric, but it didn't bother me. Blue for left, red for right. It does have a functioning chin slider. It's a little loose, but it's not bad. White split is nice. It is terminated in 4.4. Again, this is a nice overall cable. Not too exciting for me, but it is nice. It looks good and feels nice in hand. And it doesn't feel microphonic, but it might to you due to the fact that it is fabric. As far as the case goes, it's not too exciting. We'll look at the accessories as well in a moment. All right, let's look at the Penon Fan 3S. You can just kind of tell real quick, kind of some pictures, like this is what comes in it. Not too exciting of a packaging, but they do some nice tips that I think only Penon does. There's some nice things going on here. Although I'm looking at this on a second tab, on a second monitor, and it is like 210 on AliExpress. Be careful with buying sometimes on Penon, because oftentimes they will give coupons to their supporters that will knock things down. So I guess what I'm trying to say is just be careful, because sometimes you can find IEMs for cheaper, and that's a good thing to note. Like if you've already bought an IEM on Penon, they'll keep sending you coupons for that. So it's like you can kind of, it's almost like joining a club, almost like a family almost. So it's kind of a cool thing in that regards as well. But I mean, you know, they have different options which you can get. I mean, again, the accessories are pretty nice with this IEM. All right, we are going to start by looking at the Penon Fan 2. My problems with the Penon Fan 2, they were a little bit warm, a little bit of this kind of notch down at 2K. But I mean, overall, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't that exciting. It didn't sound that great. Its treble didn't sound good. I think that's partly due to this roll off here. But that's my opinion. The Penon Fan 2 is just like, okay, I can see why people would like it, but I think like a lot of people going for a warm tonality. That's just not my preference. Some people like that. Actually, a lot of guys like now, like some of the big guys really like warm tonalities, but it's just not for me. I kind of like a cut. I feel like it helps my female vocals just kind of sound a little bit more exciting and less chunky. It's just kind of a better way. But now let's look at the Penon Fan 3. Now the 3 adds a little bit more bass. It has like this little bone conductor niche. You know, I listened to the Fan 3 and I dig it. I mean, it's a nice set. We'll talk ratings later, but it is a nice set. A little bit more extension. It is an upgrade. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at all of them. Here's all 3 of them together. But let's get rid of the Fan 2. And now let's look at all of them together. Maybe normalize this at 900. All that means is like right here at 900, everything will line up. All 3 graphs. And so what you'll notice is that the Fan 3, when you look at it this angle, has a ton of warmth. And it's kind of like it raises its bass shelf right at around 500. And if you look at the Fan 3S, it raises its bass shelf. I mean, it depends how you look at it, but kind of right around 300. It does have a minor dip through here. But I mean, all around, it's just a really nice set. Like the Fan 3S, I think is quite fantastic. And it's a really good, solid set. I don't think its treble is that pristine. I don't think its micro details or instrument separation is that great, but it is a nice set and a great option for people from Penon, and it gets a full approval. I think it's nice. Other IMs at this price though, like if you want to get something with a little bit more sub bass, a little bit more chunkiness, something like the Dunu E2 that came out recently, it's like $200. It might be easier to get. Has a really nice cable, really nice packaging, and all that for $200. If you're looking for something with a little bit more bass, this is almost like a fat frequency level bass. Like I did a review on this if you want to check it out. But that's kind of what I would say that these are close. I kind of like the treble more on the Dunu Koto E2, and it's $200 stock, so you don't have to deal with any hoops. Which sometimes you just want your product, man. You just want it for a reasonable cost, and you don't mind paying full retail. You just don't have to steal a coupon or get it used market. So it's kind of nice, and I think you can get both these on Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure about the Penon as far as that goes. But I'm pretty sure the Dunu E2 Koto 2 will be on Amazon or other retailers locally soon. As far as some other IEMs that this kind of reminds me of, like the Duck Bloke, I really like his collab. I thought he did a great job. I think it kind of did a good job at kind of having this really thick, chunky, engaging bass, and it kind of lays off a little bit on the treble, but it kind of does that in a beautiful way. I think the Duck Bloke MK12 might be something that you might want to consider. Has a really nice build quality, really nice cable. It's kind of a collab, but it does a lot really well, and it's a very cool set if you want to check it out. Again, another one I reviewed recently. But I think these are both have like really awesome bass. Like I gave these all really strong ratings for bass. I'm trying to give you some kind of almost bass headsets, because I think the great thing about the Penon Fan 3 is its bass, is that it has this really nice, impactful, visceral feeling to it, and it almost has this like rich, organic feel, like almost like you're at a concert. You can just feel that bass there. It's nice. It's nice. I'm not sure how much the bone conductor is working, but it feels like a solid implementation for what it's doing. Other IEMs that I think are a little bit better that you can go if you're willing to spend maybe a little more used market. The Zigat Crescent. I mean, the Zigat Crescent has less of that 3 to 5K, same bass shelf, a little bit of extension, a little bit more neutered 8K, and its treble is way better. It's just a way better IEM. It's done with branded drivers. It's just a nice IEM. Like if you get the chance to try the Crescent, really do. For its price, I think it's really good. And like Linsell always has sales like every year, like at least twice a year they do coupon sales where you can spend $50 or like $2, get a $50 coupon, and then you can get like a even stack a discount, which is amazing. Like $50 off an already discounted IM will probably be like $170 or something. It's a really good deal. Another IM I really like that's a little bit more balanced on its approach, has a little bit more cleaner mids, cleaner bass, and just an all-around really clean sound, is the Meyer Audio Salivo SL224. Really nice set, really another one to consider if you're in the market right around that $250 to $300 price point. All right, I'm going to show you guys these here at the bottom of my list before I put them up. You can see that I have the Let's Shore S12 Ultra, and it's really quite lovely. I'm a huge fan of it. There's something I'm not sure about, but we'll talk about that IM in a couple days. But like the Penon Fan 2, I thought was fine. I would give it a C. It had some good things going on, but not perfect. The Penon Fan 3, it got discontinued. I do not believe you can buy it anymore. I do find it to be a good set. Like if you could buy the Penon Fan 3 at maybe used market $150, I think pretty good. I know Audio Amigo did a review of both of these and compared them. I would encourage you guys to watch that. He says some pretty interesting things about the cables, and I'm not 100% sure whether I got stock cables or not. I'll have to talk to the owner, but that's just something to kind of consider. But for me, the Fan 3, just from a sonic standpoint, has a rich tonality. It's really nice, just all around really good set. It gets a really strong recommendation. Top IMs by brand for Penon. I thought the ISN Audio EBC 80 was pretty nice, but a little bit overhyped for a $700 set, but it was good. I really like the Fan 3S. It gets a strong recommendation. I like their Night Oblivion Buddha Store. I thought that was really good. I guess that depends whether you want to call that Penon. And I even tried their Archangel. A good buddy of mine loves that set. It was a really nice IM when I tried it. They do some good work. They really do. They just have a little. They're often known for having a little bit of a warm tonality, but when we get sets that are not warm, like the 3S isn't really warm, it has a little bit more linear bass for my liking. For me, that's a lot better, and it works better for my preferences and how I want my sound to be and how my music to come across. So the Penon Fan 3S is a buy. I like it. It's a nice set. It has a lot of great qualities that I think people are going to like, and for its price, it's good. Where does it lack? Again, finer detail separation, micro details, the technicalities if you want to have them. But if you're looking for a slamming good bass set that has nice linear clean bass, that has a reasonable price, that has a good implementation of a bone conductor driver, yeah, it gets a recommendation. But it really depends on what you need for your library and your collection. It's a solid set, but it's not perfect. It's not the best IM ever at its price, and there's a lot of other IMs that I think you would get better treble for cheaper. And it really, a lot of it depends on where you buy this from. I was just looking on Amazon for this IM, and I did find the 3, not the 3S, and it was $400, which is kind of disappointing. At $400, this gets a hard pass. But if you can get it for $200, I think it would be a little bit better. But the hobby's a funny thing. Oftentimes, reviewers, we try to talk about value and whether you should buy it or whether this is worth it or not. That's really something that you got to determine yourself. But again, this is a fun IM, not a linear IM. And if you have any questions or want me to go in more detail about anything we said in the review, let me know in the comments. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye for now.
Go!
Go!
Go on with you!
You're mid, you're mid, you're mid, you're legendary. You're mid. Jaytiss out.